interactive sports talk show in Ohio. This is Down to the Wire 513.
Oh, Flyman ran.
Yeah, we back. What's going on?
What's good, brothers?
What's up, bro?
Hey, that's what he's waiting for. Let's get it.
Hey, man, shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hey, shout out to the Bengals, man. Back in the building, man. What episode is this? Episode what, 217?
217, yes, sir.
Episode 217, Down to the Wire 513, man. Welcome back.
Sir.
It's been a great weekend of some great games.
That might have been the best weekend of football, like, ever.
Before we get to football, we'd be remiss if we didn't say, man, RIP Kobe, man. It's
Kobe,
RIP GG. In 2 years, man. January 26th, man.
Dang.
Crazy, bro. Went quick, too, man. 2 years ago. Went real quick, bro. Real fast, man.
You know what it is, though? 2020 was so long. Then it's like, it was hard to believe he still even died in 20. Huh?
Let's say because the whole pandemic.
Yeah, and it was hard to even believe he died in 2020. You're like, hold on, wait. Like, they was going to the end of the year 2020, when they're doing the in memory of. You like, hold on, Kobe died in 2020? No way. But Bean was that guy. Mamba mentality. I carry that into my regular life. So, thanks, Kobe. RIP GG.
RIP to my GOAT. RIP to my GOAT. So
same, man. Our RP GOAT, RP Bean, RP GG, RP everybody else that passed on that helicopter as well, man. It's tragedy, bro. Tragedy.
Facts. But on a lighter note, positive note, now we can discuss arguably the greatest weekend of football that we have possibly ever seen.
In our lifetime, probably for sure.
It's crazy.
Kicked off last Saturday with the hometown team, Cincinnati Bengals, man. Went on the road.
Ooh, got a dub.
Big dub, man.
I think the Bengals.
Y'all called it though, right? I think all three of us called the Bengals to win that game. Surprisingly, because I didn't think I would pick them to win that game, but I started looking at everything. I was like, hey, Bengals should win. They did it. So
bro, they could score, and for the first time in a long time, the Bengals was on the receiving end of that last second interception where you like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? The Bengals finally was on that side of that where like he got a pick.
It's not because usually Tannehill be the Bengals quarterback throwing that pick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's normally the Bengals quarterback. You like, we got a pick. No.
Now we got Joe Burrow over there, swagging it out.
Joey Burr, Joey B.
Yeah, Joey Burr.
Joey Black.
So we got Joe down there killing shit, man. So it's
got the man.
City, man.
9 times?
Yeah. Hey, man, but shout out to Joe, man. He stayed poised, stay in that pocket.
He was getting smacked around
he was
too.
Balling up too, like that. Just go ahead and take it.
I'm gonna tell you this though. They can't let him get sacked 9 times this week. We could talk more about it, but Kansas City gonna score the football, so he gonna need some time to throw, and they know that already.
There's one thing I said too about that game. The defense definitely it was catching all those picks. They usually drop them picks. It was catching. So I was like, they ain't gonna do this next week. They ain't gonna do this next week.
I mean, well, they was all gimme picks. Like I don't know, you don't know what the hell Tannehill was doing. Like first play of the game.
They usually drop them. They'd be like, oh, I'm like, man, come on, bro, how you drop that shit?
Especially DC Bates, who had the first one.
Yeah,
he's known for dropping a game when
pick sixes too. Be going right to the house. Up, Jesus, up, drop it. Like, bro, you could have won the game right there, bro. What you doing?
Shout out to the Bengals. They came out to play. They stopped Derrick Henry on that 4th and 1. That was huge.
Yeah,
that was dumbass play calling by Tennessee. I'm giving you got to get a ball to Henry twice. Make the Bengals stop him twice. That first one that read option with Tannehill. What the fuck was y'all doing? Like,
yeah, we talking about that. See, like what? As soon as they got the run game going, they want to throw the ball. Like, what are you doing? Even that last drive, like they got Derrick Henry going. They got what's the other back's name?
Foreman.
Yeah, Foreman. He was killing, bro. He was killing. They should get him the ball more.
AJ Brown did have a nasty catch though.
Yeah, nasty game, bro. He was killing, man. He was killing.
Jamar Chase though, getting real gritty, baby. He the real deal. So the Bengals. I still can't say they made the right pick, but they definitely didn't make a wrong pick.
Yeah, superstar, bro.
Yeah, he is.
And you don't
They made the right pick for this year.
They made the right pick for
yeah.
I speak too soon. I'm about to say for this franchise, but you don't want to speak too soon because who knows what's going to happen in 3-4 years.
It's Penei Sewell, he had a really good season too, but I mean it's
They
clear
won
that they
the
did.
without Chase.
I agree with that too.
So
but
what?
it's clear that in this draft they have to pick up some offensive linemen.
Oh yeah. Ready to go
Win,
pay
lose,
some.
Super Bowl, no matter what, they got to get some offensive linemen.
Yeah, ready to go pay some to come on over because they got to build a ball around Joe. Because you see what he's doing with time.
He human, and he already done got hurt once. We all see it. You get hit that many times, you're eventually going to get hurt.
Yeah, you get
that's just the name of the game. You agree with that, don't you?
350 pounds falling on you. You know,
for sure. You sooner or later you're gonna get hurt. It's
shoulder,
just
elbow, collarbone, something gonna crack.
Yeah, it was one time in the game where it didn't get called a sack because Bengals called a timeout, but the play went on and they took a shot at Burrow's knee, and I was like, oh, I thought that might have been it, and I was on the reconstructed knee too, but he shook it off. He was gimpy, but it's like, man, you got to protect the franchise.
Man, he ain't even worried, but he did the dive forward. I say, oh, Joe Burrow he come to play. He ain't worried about that. But you're right. I'm just saying that he got heart. The kid got heart.
He ain't favoring it for sure.
Yeah. Next, Aaron Rodgers. Overrated. Overrated. That boy overrated, y'all. He overrated. And he blamed the whole team. It's never Aaron Rodgers' fault. Now, he's not the reason they lost, but he's normally the reason they win. And you mean to tell me he couldn't put together one touchdown? Overrated.
Good point. Very good point.
That's all I got to say. He overrated. There ain't much to talk about the game. The game was real ugly. But if you're supposed to be the best thrower ever, like I tell you all the time, he can throw a football through a Fruit Loop.
And the
Who
offense
cares if it don't? The regular season for sure.
Regular season was ranked one of the highest offenses in the league.
But all of a sudden, Green Bay let you down. He's overrated, man. He do it every postseason.
I ain't gonna call him overrated. I don't think he's overrated. It's no excuse for you to lose, but you gotta give credit to the 49ers, man. Their defense is legit. It's been legit for the past few years. And our biggest question, we've been questioning 49ers all year. The only question we have is which Jimmy G is going to show up. And for the whole game is he got bailed out. If one play special teams punt block, they lose that game. You're right, Aaron Rodgers does have to play better. He does have to play better. And just the way he's went out the past few years in the playoffs doesn't look good. Doesn't look good for his legacy for sure. Still one of the greatest quarterbacks of this generation of all time. My question now is just like, what does he do now? Because like, obviously his contract's up, so he'll be a free agent this year. He could decide where to go. Green Bay has no money to pay him or
Devontae
Adams.
Both of them out of there.
And it's just you just hate for the fans of Green Bay. You would just hate for your team to go out like that, or for Rodgers to go out like that.
Yeah,
but I don't see Rodgers coming back though. But you just hate to see, because now they're about to go into a whole rebuild and losing Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers. You about to stink it up now.
And Jordan Love ain't it. Before we get into what we think Aaron Rodgers is gonna do though, on the game, I mean, y'all both right, 100% right on the game, man. Packers offense just didn't show up, but you got to give credit to the 49ers defense, man. That 49ers defense is legit, like T was saying, and like I was saying all year, man. The only question we got about San Fran is Jimmy G. Which one is going to show up, and is he going to make the easy throws? Because those are the ones he missed. He made the tough throws, but he missed the easy wide open throws for touchdowns. He missed those. which is crazy. So that's the real question right there, man. Is he gonna hold up? I don't think they have a choice but to go him next year either, because I don't think Trey Lance is ready yet. I don't think he yet. They should do it with Justin Fields, I think. But that's a whole different topic. But and then as far as I don't think Trey Lance.
It's the way you said it, bro. You said they should have said that's a whole nother fucking topic for real. You got me weak.
A whole nother topic. We also talk about this with my homeboy at work, David. Man, shout out David. He probably listening to this right now, man. Nah, bro. He said the same thing. He said, I don't think Trey Lance is it. I seen enough this year where I was like, I don't know. But as far as Rodgers go, man, we just talk about Tennessee. Tannehill, get him up out of there. It's gonna be tough. I don't know what he's gonna do with him over his contract. I don't know what situation is contractually, but get him out of there. I'll try to get Aaron Rodgers in there.
I'm telling you where Aaron Rodgers is landing.
I think he said this is the last few episodes.
No, I think he's landing with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, that's what you said last year.
He's landing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, woo, that'll be a hellish nightmare for them Bengals. I ain't going to lie to you, Wayne. Oh, man. They got some receivers down there, too. Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, and Juju. Juju being the third best receiver.
Yeah. I mean, but the scary part about that is Juju only on a 1-year deal, so they have room to possibly make room for Devontae Adams.
That's true.
They get
a true number one. You got to do the. They get a true number one. And you got Juju. Juju back where he more comfortable at.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson had a number one receiver season too. So you move him to the the second best receiver, it could get ugly.
Yeah, that's facts.
They could easily go to having the best wide receiver core in football if that were to happen.
Though the Migos, the Bengals Migos ain't none to be messed with though.
He said
the Migos.
But I'm saying Pittsburgh will have 4 though. I mean, because like I said, even though Juju has shown he isn't it, you still have to respect him as a full best
at your slot or number 2. He's a good football player.
Oh yeah, number 2. He's one of the best.
He can't be a number 1. He just can't be a number.
Nah, he showed you he can't be that. T2 or TikTok.
Yeah, when he can slide into that be a 2 or slide into that slot, he can be dangerous.
It'll tear you up.
Well, hey, you got Jamar Chase, though. You got Jamar Chase, T. Higgs, and Tyler Boyd. Yeah, so, it'll be interesting to see. Overrated. But on another end, the GOAT goes down. Maybe we've seen the last of Tom Brady. I got to give you a shout out to you, T. Bland. You said it. You said they was going to lose. But hey, I was talking about during the game, he getting blown out. I'm like, man, Tom can't go out like this. Y'all seen the B-Dub commercials where you get they press that button like it's too much. Yeah, the NFL pressed that button like So Tom can't go out on a blowout. No way. So if this is indeed his last season, they press that button. Man, Tom put on a show to come back with. I mean, he was getting a lot of help from the Rams, but this was the first time for Tom where it just, I won't say the first time, but you guys know what I mean. The first one out of many where it just didn't work out. I thought the Bucs was gonna win. Keep it T. You ain't think once it got to that point it was like, oh, this OT, the Bucs winning this game. You gotta have thought when it got to that point it was probably gonna win.
Oh no, for sure. When they tied that game, it's like, all right, this is typical Tom Brady. He's about to do it again. They about to tie. They're about to go to overtime. They win the coin toss. Brady go down, score, ball game over.
Yep, that's what I thought too. And then Cooper Kupp, bloop, 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 he hit that nasty move. That's a cold white boy. Hey, I don't normally get a white boy's props in skill positions, and we keep it real on this show. So when it happened, I'm gonna give him the props. That's a cold white boy.
Cold, man.
The cup is steaming.
Go ahead, Ray. I'll let you go before I get my opinion on the game.
I mean, yeah, I called it too. I already knew the Bucs were gonna lose that one.
But what did you think? Not to interrupt you, but what did you think once they start getting like Tom start rolling? They tapped that game.
I was like, damn, all right, maybe because at halftime when they was like the announcers were saying, oh, Tom's gonna go in there and say, boys, Super Bowl, whatever it was. I was down 28-3. I was like, nah, I didn't say it happening. And he started coming back, and even the third quarter, they was making a comeback. They wasn't really doing shit still. I was like, it's over. Then fourth quarter hit. Then you get that touchdown. I said, oh shit, it's only a 2-touchdown game, 14 minutes left. All right. They
Fumble.
come back and win this game. Yep. I was like, all right. So yeah, I did think they was gonna come back and upset them. And it's just like, that storybook LA ending for them to lose like that. That would have been storybook for them to lose like that. It would have been, man, it would have been shitting on Matt Stafford. They lost that game, bro. It would have been shitting on him.
I'm happy for Matt Stafford though. Y'all know I love some Tom Brady, but it feels good because Detroit was. I know Detroit people that was just really hating on Stafford, and this proves that the Detroit culture is terrible up there, and it's always been, always will be. I'm just saying, So Matt Stafford, congratulations. If Tom goes out, that's a way to go out. I
don't think Tom done. I don't think Tom done. But that.
I don't know though, because it looks from what he's saying, it's looking like he's getting family pressure. Versus I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, wifey like, bro.
Yeah, wife.
After last year, she was like, "Is this enough? Is this?" He was like, "No, I just want him to come back and try to defend this shit." What you mean? He was like, "Come home and like be."
She already said. She was probably pissed when he said at the gym, "I'll be back next year."
Yeah, she probably was like, "This motherfucker." Yeah,
but that's why I think once you get to that age, and he's already, man, he's 44,
bro. That's old as shit in football years, bro. 44?
You ancient. It was funny because they see the trash talking line. He said, "Ask your daddy about me. I was busting your daddy ass. Essentially, ask your daddy."
It was crazy because I know y'all seen the meme where he was older than all the head coaches in the NFC.
Damn, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he is older than Sean McVay, Dan LaFleur, and Kyle Shanahan. Yep, he older than all of them.
But
damn,
yeah, that's dope.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
To Tom Brady, if he just indeed and I think he could play, but like that family pressure is something else. Kids getting a little older, so it's more games that you want to catch. He had a great career, obviously, he's GOAT, but that's the way to go out. That's what I'm saying. Like that, we gonna have a good memory of him. Like, yeah, he lost that game, but boy, it wasn't his fault. The defense, the defense gave up the deep ball.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, it wasn't his fault.
It got me nervous because it's just the way he's talking. It ain't kind of Brady. He's like, everybody wants to go out win a championship, but I don't know if that's in the cards this year. And it's like, hold on, Tom.
Yeah,
this was before the game. You're like, hold on, like what? Oh no,
but that kind of made me think like, all right, hey, maybe he gonna come back and try to get one next year. That kind of made me think like, hey, maybe that's what he was trying to say. I don't know.
Is he done? We'll have a full segment on it.
Not if that Rams defense is still legit, because one thing, Brady can't hold that rock, and one thing that was overlooked, like he was without two of his offensive linemen. That played a factor in this game too.
When
you gonna get Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, you need your best lineman on the field at all times.
At all times. Gronk said if he was forced to make a decision today, he would retire. So they both going whatever they do, they're gonna follow each other.
Gronk said that?
Gronk is he said that today. If he was forced to make a decision today, he would retire. Gronk, if Brady retired, Gronk retires, and it'll go hand in hand. I think they'll have a conversation like, look, man, one more time.
Let's go, man. We're out of here.
It's either gonna be let's do it or
come back and
let's hang it up, huh?
I just don't see no reason for them to come back to do it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to like, and also like the team, like even last year, so we're gonna bring everybody back and we'll run this back. Everybody basically came back on almost 1 year deals. It seems like. I feel like who's all gonna be there?
Injuries though, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Like if Tom will come back to a shitty team, like he not come back to no bullshit. He gonna
Tom
be
sound like Tom sound like Kobe to me. Like his mind doesn't want to play as much anymore. He don't want to do the 5 a.m. It sounded like from what he's saying right now is he doesn't have the passion to do the 5 a.m. workouts as much anymore. And it's like, I could do what it takes to be this good. I don't think I want to do what it takes to be this good anymore. And that's fair enough. He's 44, so he's played more than enough football. And I don't honestly see somebody in a very long time winning 7 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah. And honestly, if I was him, bro, I probably would just go ahead and just retire. Because if you look at the way it's like I don't know. I know he won a Super Bowl, but you look at his performance this year, like stat wise, and like look at his number wise, and look at how fast he's getting rid of the ball, how quickly he was throwing it. He was his best ever. So he could say I went out on top of my game. I went out on top.
Yeah, it just we lost for injuries.
Like,
That because they had the best team
top.
in the beginning of the season. They had the best squad.
Yeah,
but
I went out on top. If you look at my stats, if you look at my how fast he was getting the ball out. All the stats they were showing all season. Like Tom's getting better with time. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like I would go ahead and just ride right out the sunset. Look at everything that happened. AB went crazy on them. The last couple of games.
Speaking of
what I'm saying? Like they had everything going against them. So they, the fact that they didn't win the Super Bowl this year, it's hard to get back anyway. Even get back to the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they even got to the playoffs and then second round, it's good enough.
Injuries can happen to anybody, man. And
facts.
Chris Godwin will be back. What? Tampa Bay, they got to resign him now because he's on the 1 year deal.
AB was very tasteless after the Buccaneers won. I think he just don't want a job.
Speaking of that,
because real quick, it's kind of what I went back to, and we do look at Undisputed from time to time because we support other shows. Shannon Sharp, he goes like, they look at him when he does stuff like that, and they go like, you gonna do that to Tom? The guy that sacrificed and put his neck out, you gonna do that to Tom?
And that's the GOAT who put his neck out for you. Ain't just any other quarterback. That's the GOAT.
And it makes owners go like, I ain't gonna mess with you. And I hope the Ravens don't mess with him. I hope AB's done. It's just if he gets money, he gets money. But AB, he an asshole, bro. Like
I want to see it. I want to see it.
So T want to see the Ravens go give AB.
But listen, but he would have to be prepared if he's playing with them that he ain't gonna get 10 targets because his favorite target is Andrews, the tight end, and they like to run the ball 1,000 times. So he ain't gonna get the targets.
Yeah, but what's the reason they like to run the ball? Because they don't have that outside weapon. I mean, Marquise Brown is okay, but he ain't a number one. Rashad Bateman, he's shown signs, but he's still a young player. He's still a rookie.
Hollywood nice, cuz he had a real good season.
On a deep route, but he's not your number one. And look how long he's been with. And that's another reason. They're cousins, they're family. So you don't think Hollywood? I mean, although he's younger, you don't think his cousin keeping check? I mean, he already got good relationship with Lamar.
No, I mean, bro. If I'm sorry, bro. If we got AB, I'm not about to throw it. Bro. If AB, it's AB, bro. I'm not gonna throw about you. Like it's AB. I'm throwing about AB. But I don't think it also matters on what kind of deal they bring him on. I think he was kind of pissed because, like he said, he was on a prove-it deal. He was on an incentive-based deal. If they give him a guaranteed contract, maybe he won't care about targets and shit as much. I'm sure he still care, but maybe not as much.
I mean, I'm not saying like it's a 2 year. I mean, 1 year, like maybe somewhat, and not as much as what the Panthers gave Cam, but 1 year. I don't know, like $8 million deal, like 5 guaranteed or something. Like I don't know how much. It's 1 year. It's a 1 year deal though, because I wouldn't mind seeing Lamar have a Pro Bowl caliber receiver on his team for once.
I mean, if I was organization, I would not do it. But if they do it, I would bring AB in and I would be like, bro, we're gonna record this conversation. We're gonna, what do you want, like, to make sure that whatever happens, if you get the ball or not, we gotta make sure you don't go crazy. Like we don't do what you did in Tampa Bay. So, what contract do you need to have to make sure no matter what happens up here, if you get the ball, you get targeted or not, you get hurt or whatever happens, you ain't gonna do what you did down there. And but still, AB is a liar, so I wouldn't even trust him if he said, "Oh, I need this and this and this," and I wouldn't even trust him. So I wouldn't bring him in. Honestly, I wouldn't do it.
And for me, my last thing, he wants to go there. Now I'm not saying he didn't want to go. He didn't want to go to Tampa Bay, but then he butted heads with Arians, and that's still unraveling as we know. It's still he say she say about the ankle injury. Apparently,
you muted, bro. He muted. He talking to us, bro. You muted. He was talking to us the whole time. I'm looking at him like, bro, he talking to us.
That is hilarious. That was good.
I didn't know you was talking to somebody in the background. He was talking to us. I'm like, hell, no, you talking to somebody. Let me chill for a minute.
He done bumped heads with everybody, bro. That's all I was trying to say. He done bumped heads with everybody.
Yeah,
everywhere
bro.
he goes, he's been dishonorably discharged.
He's a liar. He's a liar. He's a liar, bro.
He can still play though.
He can still play.
Oh, he's a beast.
But that kind of character, you want to bring that into your locker room? I don't know if that's worth it, bro. Especially up there, like Doc was saying, they like to run the ball 1,000 times, and it's not guaranteed that he's gonna get targeted. Is that worth the drama of having him around? Probably not.
I mean, as long as they winning, I don't think he would care. Now, if it's one thing it's one thing if you're losing and not getting targets, then you could say if you throw me the ball, maybe we can win some of them games. But if we're winning, how we're winning, he wouldn't care because at the end of the day, the longer they play, more money's in his pockets.
I mean, they was winning in Tampa Bay. He still acted a damn fool.
But like you said, something with the ankle injury, like I said, it's still unraveling. But I somewhat believe AB about he couldn't play on that ankle.
So you think he what that you think that text conversation with him and BA was real?
Yes.
Damn. So you think that was real? All right. I don't know. AB's character is just too checkered for me to believe that's real, bro. I'm sorry, he's a liar, dog.
It's true, but look what we've seen. Like this is Arians hasn't had the best history with players himself. I mean, we see what he just did last week.
Yeah, we see he smacked dude in the head. He smacked dude in the head. Yeah, he smacked dude in the head and tried to elbow him. You right? That's facts.
But I mean, at the end of the day, that could just came with a clash of heads, one style versus another style. AB said, "I had enough with it." So we'll see. And at the end of the day, if you're Baltimore, I would take a listen to my franchise quarterback who, hypothetically, well, not hypothetically, I don't know the word to use for it. Indirectly, like said, yeah, bring AB aboard when he tweeted that little devil emoji after.
Well, I mean, I would definitely take a meeting with AB, and I would listen. I would talk to him and hear him out, and hear
have Lamar in there with him.
Yeah, I would definitely have Lamar in there. Maybe bring the receiving core in there. Definitely receiving coaches in there, trainers in there. Everybody he's gonna have to be working with on a close basis.
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely bring them in and be like, yo, we need to figure out where his head at. We'll make sure everybody gotta be on board with this though. Not just the head coach, not just Lamar. Everybody gotta be on board. So Lamar want this, he need to make sure he get everybody else on board with it too.
Well, it's long off season. Ravens got a lot on their play because they just fired their defensive coordinator. He got him up through after he called out Joe Burrow and Joey B lit him up for 500.
Oh man, Joe Burrow's getting niggas fired.
Joey B got Don Martindale, wherever he say his name, up through. So
that's what's up, Joe. That's how we do it in the natty, man.
They got to find
these shit, man. We get that shit back in blood.
Joe Shiesty, you hear me?
We get that shit back in blood. We don't play that shit. Call us out. Call us out.
TJ, what's going on? What's going on with you, boy? I already know, Bengal fan. I know you excited for Sunday. I know.
Yeah, partner, what up? I ain't share this shit on Facebook. Make it on Facebook and share this shit.
Oh man, me either. Oh man. Oh shoot. But this would be forgetting.
I shared it on Twitter. I ain't even share it on Facebook. Let me get on here and share it right quick.
Well, meanwhile, while they sharing that, this is Down to the Wire 513, episode 217. Make sure I get to follow everything Down to the Wire 513. Tap
live everywhere.
At a game of the weekend, Chiefs, Bills, 2022 divisional round.
Game of the fucking year.
Game of the year. That's facts.
This game was nuts, man.
I did. You hated it. You did honestly. I didn't want that game to end, and you hated that somebody had to lose. But
I hated the way it ended too. But it is what it is, man.
Before we talk about the NFL overtime rule, just thoughts on the game in general.
Well, man, we had a video, but YouTube, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk too much about YouTube because we on the platform right now. But YouTube kind of played us with this shit. But it's whatever. But great game, man. I said this on the video, T. That I think this game proved. I don't care that the Buffalo lost. This game proved Josh Allen is just as good as Patrick Mahomes in my eyes.
Whoa.
Just as good.
Whoa.
Just as good. I ain't saying any better, but he's just as good.
He's just as good.
Just as good. If you swapped him out, he'll be just as good on Kansas City. That team will be just as good.
All right.
That's what that game proved to me, man. Because that boy is dangerous, man. And the way they use him, we talked about this on that video too. The way they use him is kind of dangerous. They kind of use him like the Panthers was using Cam, kind of that run, kind of too many design run plays for him. He don't slide. He don't go down. He go heads up with dudes, man. He ain't no bitch. So they need to do less of that because he won't last long. He won't last long because he a big dude, and them big dudes they get hurt too. They get back injuries, Cam, and that shit don't heal good at all. So, but man, I think that proves that I think Josh Allen is just as good as Pat Mahomes.
Go ahead.
Okay, and look. I just no way. Come on, man. Pat Mahomes, Super Bowl. He's only really been playing 4 seasons. Been in the league 5 now, but Super Bowl 2 out of those 4 seasons he was playing. He's Super Bowl champion. Lost to the GOAT 1 year. He got to do a little bit more. He just got to do a little bit more to stay the same level. I mean, he's a hell of a football player though. The Bucks really put on a good. Not Bucks. I'm sorry. The Bills really put on a good show. It was a hell of a game. But the Bills should have won. 13 seconds. They had plenty of chances to win the game. So it's not because of the quarterback. The quarterback, that's why Mahomes ran all the way down and gave boy props. He ran halfway across the field. Them boys put on a hell of a show. And when you said we want to talk about overtime in a second, so with that, I'll let you give me your take on the game.
Man, fun game from start to rip. Like I said, Rand, we had a video up to just break down the game, but fuck you too.
Whoa!
Hold on. We didn't mean that you too.
Whoa!
Actually, no, not you. Fuck CBS and whoever.
Nah, it's the NFL.
CBS, we don't
fuck the NFL. Fuck the NFL. What? Fuck them niggas.
Okay.
Whoever blocked us, fuck the NFL. Right? Oh yeah. But in the day, great game, man. The Bills came out off rip, first possession, and they set the tone, man. They converted 2 fourth downs. The second one, I was like, man, y'all being too greedy, but ultimately it played out in the end. I disagree with you, Rand, on that Josh Allen is just as good as Pat Mahomes. I just had to see it longer. I mean, for the past 2 weeks, yeah, but let me see it for over a longer period of time than just the past 2 weeks before I see it, because Josh Allen has been inconsistent this year.
Mahomes was inconsistent this year.
Yeah, but Mahomes has had like 3 prior seasons, and he's won a Super Bowl.
And have we seen Josh Allen with weapons that Mahomes has?
Yes.
He got better weapons now. Better weapons now, but no, he ain't. Okay.
I mean, the past 2 seasons, yes. I mean, Diggs has been with him 2 years.
Okay.
Diggs is a top 5 wide receiver.
Okay. Diggs Hill. Who matched up with Kelsey?
Yeah, they don't have a tight end like to the caliber. But
but he ain't.
That matters.
Knox ain't no slouch though.
That matters though, bro. That's a big gap though.
Nah,
Knox ain't matter, bro.
Knox ain't. They have a better. They have a better running game than the Chiefs do.
This year.
Past 2 years.
And that's because of the way they use Josh Allen. If Andy Reid used Pat Mahomes like that, they'll have a good running game like that too. That running game is like that because Josh Allen is that whole pass option. That option shit, man. They be tricking niggas. They be having niggas, oh shit, what's going on? He got the ball. He ain't got it. Oh, he do got it. He gone. That shit crazy. Kansas City should do some of that shit. A little bit. They shouldn't do as much as Buffalo does, but they should do a little bit of that.
Huh.
So I said, let me just see it. Let me just see it for a full season, because we just questioned Josh Allen a few times, like a loss to the Jets this year. Like that's the one that stuck out to me.
That's a head scratcher.
But But back to the game, man. Like I said, they were just going back and forth, man. Trading haymakers, and I picked the Bills to win because I thought ultimately the Bills had a better defense. They had a better, and which on paper they do. They had a number one pass defense, but 13 seconds, man. That's all. Like really. Ain't nobody supposed to be able to do that in 13 seconds. We said it in the video. I hate the fact that they play zone. I hate when defenses play zone like that because basically you just giving them yardage,
giving them wide open spots like big ass holes in defenses that they can go to and just stand there. And
they got like 5 plays off in 13 seconds.
Yeah, because they just running like right. They ain't running around, so running right into an area and just standing there.
Cowboys couldn't get one play off in 14 seconds, bro. I hate them.
Execution, man.
I hate them.
Gotta execute, man.
Anyway,
that's coaching too, because.
Yeah, we got Mike McDumbass. Anyways.
Yeah, that comes down to because if you got a good coach, your team will prepare for that shit. Better than that.
But overtime.
Shout out to Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes, man.
Yeah,
game of the year.
Easily.
Everybody has an issue with right now at the overtime. I don't have an issue with it as much. Sometimes, yes, I feel that way as a college, but like I don't really have an issue with it.
I don't know, but how you say sometimes you have an issue with it, but not
no, like because
doesn't matter what
I got conflicting views because I've heard really good arguments both ways. So I've kind of had a hard time making a decision. I wouldn't have an issue if it changed. Let me say it like that. I wouldn't have an issue if it changed. Like, okay, cool. But I don't have an issue with it. Get a stop. That's how. Get a stop.
I just don't like because we said this. Like the game was decided basically on a coin toss because I believe if Buffalo got the ball, they would have went down and scored.
That's what I was going to say.
Touchdown,
you can't say get a stop because Kansas City had to get a stop. They have to get a stop. All they have to do is go score. So you can't say get a stop because only one team got to get a stop. At that point, it ain't fair.
I don't want a trip to the Super Bowl. I mean, no, they had an AFC Championship, but a playoff game of this magnitude decided on a coin flip. I don't like that.
Yeah, I think they should just go to like 10 minutes. Let them just play. Whoever scored the most points in that 10-minute period wins the game.
Yep.
The way they do it now is confusing and it's stupid.
No, it ain't. If you score a touchdown, game's over.
It's confusing to fans not to us, but to casual fans.
Okay, I got you.
Of course, we get that shit. But like, if you got a casual fan watching the game, like, this is a good ass game. Watching the game, and then they score, like, all right, it's the Bills' turn. They're like, game over? What the fuck? Why? It's overtime. That's how it works. Why? Why don't make no sense? You're right. It doesn't make sense.
For me, you either just have an like a whole extra quarter, play in a whole another quarter, or adopt the college rules. Instead of from 25, you back them to midfield, and each team get possessions because we've seen kickers because NFL kickers can make 60-yard field goals.
Yeah.
Here, so that way each team get a possession, and I'm even for, like, let's say if it goes to like third overtime in NFL, you got to go for 2. I'm even for that.
Yeah, I'm down. If we go to third overtime,
I'm
down.
not.
At that point, don't do no more. After overtime, it's sudden death. It's like
everybody. The points you guys are making are fair, though. I mean, one side of it is like, tell your defense to get a stop. The other side of it is, okay, each side, no matter what, gets a chance, and then it's sudden death.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Each side, or 10 minutes, and then after 10 minutes, ain't no more overtime period is going to be sudden death. Put the ball on 10-yard line. Both teams got to sudden death.
The way I would do it is no matter what, both people get to touch the ball. So it's like if the one team get a touchdown, then obviously you got to get another touchdown for the game to go on. And then after that, it's sudden death. It's overtime. I like the sudden death aspect of it.
I like that too. Sounds like hockey. You beat them shootouts. Man, that should be exciting as hell. But they don't do that after the overtime period. Like, you do an overtime period, and then if they still tied, go to shootout.
I think it would just take too much time into the game, though. The 10-minute period would take too much time.
Yeah, it would.
That's what, and that's that's not a bad idea, but it's like I think it would just take too much time, like with TV deals and stuff like that.
Yeah, shit, go straight sudden death. Then if it's tied, straight sudden death. Put the ball on 10-yard line. Everybody, each team get 4 downs. You get touchdown, 4 downs. Each other team get a chance. 4 touchdown, boom. Game over. Keep going.
And I get we're talking about that game because I mean, if they do change that rule to have the whole 10 minutes extra, it could be a game down the road. Like we don't care. Like it's just boring as hell. Like offense is shitty. Neither team can score. But for that game, it's just like I'm sure TV deals wouldn't mind if they would have adopted it and they would have kept playing for another hour.
Yeah, plus that was the last game of the night too, so they would have been happy as hell.
Oh, like CBS wouldn't mind all them viewers, man. But yeah,
keep the lights on.
At the end of the day, man, I just want each team, especially in the playoffs. And if you want to keep it sudden death or ties in regular season, I'm cool with that. But for playoffs, each team deserves a shot at the ball with the ball.
I agree, man.
I'll take the playoff change. I like that. The
Yeah.
playoff change, I like the rule change. Because, I don't know. I like both ways, honestly. So whatever happens, I'm gonna be happy with.
Yeah, I probably because football is like the more time you play, is more opportunities for niggas to get hurt, man. Fuck, just go to sudden death after if it's tied up in the fourth quarter, go some type of sudden death, gameplay at that point.
Yeah, my thought is keep it the way it is, really. But you even get a shot, even if the person scores a touchdown, and then if you get a shot and you match it up, then it's sudden death. The next person to score wins.
I mean, but in a game like that happens, then it's still
back and forth.
Somebody defense got to step up. You got to play defense.
Well, then for that pace, instead of a whole quarter, like say you just get you from the 10-yard line, each team one shot at the end zone.
Yeah, that's probably how I would do it. Just sudden death, man. Either after that first overtime period, or I would just go straight to that shit after the fourth quarter. Bro.
That's sudden death. Your defense still has to get a stop, but each team has an opportunity to score.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. Know.
We'll see what I doubt they change the rule.
They're not gonna change shit.
I doubt they change the rule because
it took them forever to change it the way they got to change. They changed it like this, like
well, that's been like this. It's been like this for 13 years now.
That's what I'm saying. But it took them forever to change it like this. First, how was it before? It was like this. It was something worse than this. It was something even worse than this. And this is better than the way it was.
Yeah, back in the day, it was. I mean, you didn't need a touchdown. You just need a field goal to score. First team scores. Period. A field goal.
Yeah, so I mean, this is better than that, but it's still like whack.
I mean, because
I don't know, man.
And Pat Mahomes, real quickly, like he was on the beneficiary of this side because 2 years ago
when they tried to get the change and they was on the other side. Yeah,
they got the ball and get the ball. So
what Colin Coward said after that, he tweeted, "Stop whining about OT rules. Make a stop. One, Bills had plenty of chances to wrap this puppy up."
Nope.
I agree with that though. You know what I'm saying? The Bills had number 1 defense in the league this year.
They did have plenty of chances. And they had on that last drive, they had some chances. They went zone. I don't know why they went zone. Stupid as hell. And then even before that though, they had chances. They had hands on Mahomes and he let him get away. So they had chances, bro. He just got outplayed.
I don't want to hear. I mean, because would you have said the same thing for Kansas City then? They had
chances and they would have got outplayed.
That coin toss shouldn't. That coin. They didn't take that coin toss out. That's dumb as hell for a game of that magnitude.
So you don't think it should be a coin toss at all? Yeah.
But both teams should get a chance to get the rock.
Yeah, but they still got to get it first. So they should do a coin
toss. But like if a team scores, the game shouldn't be over.
I agree.
I would say the Chiefs had more opportunities in regulation in the game because you don't let the Bills go for a 4th and 19.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
I don't feel bad for the Bills.
And Mike Hughes, we didn't even mention that. Mike Hughes got
sniped. Oh yeah, shoot.
The Bills did not lose because of the overtime rules.
No, that's not why they lost.
Okay, as long as we got that in, we can talk. I'm okay with overtime rules.
Yeah,
they did not lose because of the overtime rules.
But that could help them win. That's not what I mean.
Yeah, but you can't let people go to length of the field in 13 seconds.
That too. That's why I said I don't know why. I don't know why you go zone. I don't know why you.
Yeah, but you just can't have arguably the best player on the field that night not a chance to tie the game.
I'm okay.
He didn't get a chance to touch. Like,
he
didn't do nothing wrong.
I want that too. Yeah, that's why I said
both
that. I said that
sides.
too. I want that too. He didn't like what else could he do better to win that game?
What, 6 seconds? Like, did you want Gabriel Davis to stop at the goal line? Like, don't score?
Probably. But then at that point, you risk
Possibly
not getting in at all, you know? So it's like, what the fuck do you do?
I mean, well, hell, the Bengals did it. That's how they beat them. They beat the Chiefs. They like, we is not letting Mahomes touch this rock.
Yep, he ain't getting it back. He not getting it back.
So,
yo,
you gotta do.
Yeah.
So I know we don't touch this. I know we'll come back and make our picks for the, the AFC and NFC championship. We'll make our picks on our little our rapid fire that might not be so rapid because it's only 2 games. Man, we done made it here. We don't talk about this often, but man, baseball. Barry Bonds is officially, and Roger Clemente are officially out of Hall of Fame contention, which is madness to me. Baseball, get over it. Baseball was actually better there was no proof that he did the steroids. He probably, and let's say he did. Baseball was a more fun watch back then. Us growing up in the steroid era, boom,
I agree
people
with that.
dropping bombs.
People actually wanted to go to the MLB. Like niggas actually wanted to actually had baseball dreams. Like niggas had hoop dreams, baseball dreams. I had niggas in the hood. Niggas in my hood wanted to play baseball. Shit.
I mean, yeah, you wanted to play baseball,
I didn't, but I'm saying niggas did.
It ain't never gonna be quite NBA basketball. He's exaggerating, bro, but still, people wanted to play baseball more because it was fun to watch. People was hitting that thing out the park, and it's a fact that the viewership went down when steroid usage went down. So, I think there's never been any like solid facts that he's innocent, really. So. He's the greatest baseball player ever. If you're going with hitting and things of that nature, people will make that argument. I think it's a shame. And what I tell you guys in the group chat, him, Roger Clemente, Pete Rose, they'll posthumously celebrate them, and that will suck.
I don't think they're getting in at all. And that's even after they pass. And the reason I say that is just because the way they have to get now is like the way they have to get in now. Like I said, they're terminated from the ballot now after 10 years, which is crazy because they just changed the rule back in 2017 because it used to be you was terminated after 15 years, but then they changed it to 10 in 2017.
Why is there a termination period anyway?
Right. So basically, it's so if you are on the ballot for 10 years and you don't get elected, you get terminated.
Yeah, you're off the ballot
forever. That's crazy.
I mean, like it's like a funky way, like where the committee can they got to bring it up, but it has to go through like a whole process for them to bring it.
No, T,
and they only did it once.
T, listen, if they want you in, you gonna get in. That's just the way I'm for real. That's just the way I look at it. They want you
clauses for you to get in.
They're gonna just change the rules. Yeah, because why not? They're the ones in power.
Yeah, they the ones who keep you out. Essentially, they want you
when you make the rules, you can change them.
Yes, I'm not. It ain't that easy.
It's gonna have to be a lot of people. I'm sure it ain't just one person that makes these decisions.
Yeah, I mean,
there have to be a lot of people that have to make. There have to be a lot of people that agree with that person getting in, and a lot of people that don't like Barry Bonds, so he probably never getting in. He never getting in. Same thing, Pete Rose. He never get in, probably. Hate to say it.
I think Pete Rose has a better post-humanist chance of getting in than both of those other guys I know.
I agree with that. He has a better chance. He probably still ain't gonna get it. They just like once they don't like you, bro, they hate you. They hate these people. They hate these men.
Pete Rose bet on himself. Crazy.
Yeah, like one like I was going out there. Fudging numbers up. I was, saying, I'm gonna fuck these.
I'm a beast. I'm going to make some money off of me.
Like, y'all say I'm gonna hit this? Now I'm gonna fuck that up. Watch this. It's like, bro, what? They just hate that nigga, bro.
Nah, I mean, well, for Pete, like I said, I do think he has a better chance, but he carried it on to when he was a manager too, though. When he didn't affect the game. Like it wasn't just when he was playing. When he was manager, he was still doing it.
Damn, I didn't know that.
But they've never been accused of point shaving.
You can't, but you
I
can't.
haven't heard that.
You can't say that though.
But I'm just telling you, I haven't heard them say he was a point shaver or anything like that. But he would be in a position to. But he gambled.
And if you're gonna admit that he did it, why would he admit like, yeah, you know what? I got fucked up one night. I was down $100,000. I needed some money, so I went out there and fucked up just to get some extra money. I think he would admit that shit. I think he really admit that shit because he already know that at this point,
especially at this point, he don't give a hate.
Right, he already got caught.
He don't give a damn.
He would have been said that shit to sell some books. He would have been said that shit.
He literally don't care.
And TJ made a good point. Both Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens are Hall of Fame players before the accusations. Which
that's facts. That was big facts. That's no brainer. First ballots.
Because
first ballot.
No, his nigga said no ballot.
Barry Bonds' numbers in Pittsburgh they were shitty. Pittsburgh was shitty, but he was his numbers was crazy in Pittsburgh.
Slugger.
It just sucks to see, like I said, like these guys not be celebrated. Obviously, I think Barry Bonds' name will still be mentioned because he's a home run king. But I think if that record will ever get broken, like MLB will probably never mention Barry Bonds again. I think they only had to mention now because he's home run king. But if somebody were to break that record, I don't think they would probably ever mention Barry Bonds again. That's just my opinion.
Another hit, Barry Bonds. What TJ say?
That's
what he said. He said both were Hall of Fame players before these accusations. That's facts, straight facts. Both easily in the Hall before these accusations. But
yeah, and
especially because Barry Bonds, and he black. Come on, they definitely ain't love me. He definitely not getting in.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact, and last point, the fact that baseball, like I like is like the guys who voted is racist. Like they old white men. Like out of all the four major sports, baseball is the worst. Yeah. When it comes to people of color.
So he definitely ain't getting in. It may be a little bit different if they had some more of a prominence of young black athletes in the sport, kind of changing the game. But yeah.
And the fact that Joe Morgan came out the other year and said like players of PD should not belong in. He's a Hall of Famer. That doesn't look good. When you have one black man tarnishing another black man for it, it ain't going.
Yep. Me personally, I think they should all go back to doing it anyways. I mean, even if they're doing it or not.
Hey, Doc, sick.
The game was much better. It just was. More people watched.
No, I wouldn't say the game was more better. I would say you had more household names.
So I mean, essentially, that means the game's better, T.
Right? No, because
more people know about it. I mean, it must be better, bro.
Griffey was a household name. He didn't do it,
but he was in that era though, so niggas is already watching that shit, and it's this nigga pretty good.
Jeter was a household name. He didn't do it.
Same thing though.
Every great baseball player bro. Didn't use PDs.
They both same time, 90s.
They started out in that era, so they had eyes on the sport, more eyes on the sport at the time. Of course, they're gonna get more notoriety, more eyes on the sport.
Bro, the numbers don't lie. TV viewership was up in the air, and it went down once people they stopped all the steroid usage.
It went down after the MLB lockout. It was a lot.
So you telling me you don't think the steroid?
It was a lot. It was lockout in 90s. It was lockout in 96 or 97. After that, that's when basketball took over, took off, and baseball could never catch up. You can that historical fact. You can go look that up. I know we don't talk much baseball on here, but
when was Bonds and or not Bonds? Sammy Sosa and McGuire going out at 98.
98.
So baseball was still popping in 98, bro. You said 97, 97. It was popping 98.
Because
that's when I remember Sammy Sosa and Martin McGuire. I was like, baseball popping.
No, because of what? Those two.
But like both of those niggas juice heads too.
And then both of them ain't in the Hall of Fame.
Right, both of them juice heads too, and the household names. They had their own little toy, had bats, they had the action figures and everything. And around that same time, bro. So I just have more eyes on the sport. So I mean, just because Ken Griffey and whoever you said didn't do steroids, they were good too. But it was more eyes on the sport that made them get looked at. If there was less eyes on the sport, they probably wouldn't be as popular as they got.
Nah, because you do remember Sosa and McGuire like going back and forth. But if you remember that Griffey was right there with him. He was right there with him. Ultimately, it ended up because he fizzled out. He got hurt. But that year, Griffey was right there with him.
Wonder why he got hurt because he wasn't taking no steroids. Just saying, Sammy Sosa now, juice head ass things out there still hitting home runs. Mm-hmm. But nah, man,
game ain't been the same. Game ain't been the same since the roids, bro.
That was a good time, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good time in baseball, bro. That's the most I remember in baseball, and I was like,
who my boy to play for the Cardinals? I can't even think his name right now.
Our Pujols.
Pujols.
Nah, he used steroids.
You talking about
McGuire?
Mark McGuire. Boom,
yeah.
boom, boom.
McGuire, yeah.
Boom.
He openly admitted he used.
Yeah, he was.
He
was on there. He was on there telling. He was on there telling niggas, bro.
They had 30 for 30 came out a few years ago about those two. He openly said, "Yeah."
He was like, "Yeah, it's true. That shit was cranky, nigga. See what I was doing? Bow, nigga. Steroids hit, nigga."
Yeah, I'm here for it. Let them all do it. Shit.
Hey, that shit was fun to watch. If they want to do that shit to themselves, bro, hey, I don't see no problem with it. Let them do that shit. That shit legal. Niggas out here do that shit. Bodybuilder do that shit.
And my last point before we move on, I just find it fucked up that the commissioner of that era is in the Hall of Fame, Bud Selig.
Damn, that is fucked up, man. Nah, he wasn't doing steroids. I mean, what he
allowed everything. So how you let the nigga allow everything in the Hall of Fame, but you want to punish him? We let do it.
How would we know he knew this though? I mean, he probably did. I ain't saying that. I'm just playing devil advocate here. He probably did, but how do we know he did this shit? You talking about ain't no proof that Barry Bonds did that shit? How do we know he did this shit?
TJ said that Silly was a supplier. He was the plug.
He was pushing fucking steroids.
Bro, it was a better game to watch, bro.
Hey, that shit's comedy, man. Hey, so that's why he's in, because they got baseball to higher levels, bro. He's pushing steroids.
Put them in the Hall of Fame, man. Hey, no matter how the PDs, they don't. My thing with Barry Bonds is, one, he never got caught. Then just two, because you got stronger. Don't make that hand-eye coordination no better. That boy can hit that ball.
Hey, nah.
Period.
Some of that shit do help that shit, though. I ain't gonna have some of that shit do help that shit.
Your hand-eye coordination?
Yeah, some of that shit do.
I had to do some research on that.
I ain't believe it either. I swear, I ain't believe it either, bro. I was like, nah, that shit cap. That shit's cap. I just researched. I was like, damn, that shit crazy, bro. I would do that shit too. I ain't gonna cap. I would do that shit too, bro. That shit. You got niggas, the pitchers doing that fucking, using that shit on the sticky shit on their hands. Shit, I need an advantage too, my nigga. Shit. Fuck all that life. I'm trying to get paid too. Fuck that. Let me these steroids. I'm just joking, man. I don't take steroids. People don't do that shit.
I had looked that up. I gotta look that one. We coming back to that next week.
I couldn't believe it, bro. I see
steroids having hand-eye coordination. Bro, I gotta look that one up.
They say
Chick dig the long ball. He is hilarious. Okay, dude. Yo, so we at the AFC NFC Championship. Let's leave the hometown for last. San Francisco versus LA. I got the Rams winning this game. Jimmy ain't even threw a touchdown yet, and Stafford's going to score some points. So I don't think he can keep up. Even though that defense is dapper.
Defense crazy.
Stafford going to score at least 2 touchdowns. And that'll be enough to beat San Francisco.
I thought I would have said I would agree with you, but I seen what these teams just did 2 weeks ago, or earlier this month. Was it more than 2 weeks ago? Rams.
San Francisco be beating them Rams though. They do.
I say yeah, and the Rams just blew a 17-point lead earlier this month.
Who you got?
I'm going 49ers.
Oh,
49ers. They like said
go headed to the Super Bowl.
Like you said that they just had
don't
the number.
tell me we got a 1990 rematch coming up.
Man,
We about to find out.
And ain't nobody can prove they can stop Debo yet. So.
That's what I was gonna bring up, man. Debo is he a problem, man. If it depends on what they do with him. I low key want to pick the 49ers, man, just because the way the Rams they just collapsed last week, man. Ramsey got burnt. Critical touchdown. He got burnt. But
What's it gonna be, Ram? What's it gonna be?
Gotta go with the Rams.
Yeah, there it is.
That defense. I think that defense is gonna force Jimmy G to make some turnovers.
I'll go second on this one. One of y'all go first.
Well, hold on. Before I do find that bullshit that at the Rams, like how the Rams are selling their tickets, like doing their tickets.
How they doing it?
Basically, and Titans did it.
I'm about to say Titans.
Oh,
blocking visitor fans. Hey, make it a fair game.
That's what you gotta do. Shit, trying to black it out.
Fair
game.
But shit,
that is lame though.
I mean, but shit, if I'm a Rams fan, I can make a lick off this 49er fan. Like, why can't I?
Yeah, I'm tripling up, quadrupling up.
How bad you really want to support your team?
Yeah, $1,000 per ticket. Like, so you want to go, right?
Somebody gonna buy him though.
Somebody will do that too.
You don't want them? All right, cool. Somebody else. My line blowing up right now, bro.
They'll do that too. All right. Well, we got the rematch of week 7. Yeah, 17. 18 weeks. Yeah, week 17.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Rematch of week 17.
Throwing us off that 17 game.
Yeah, extra week.
Man. I know Mahomes is thinking about that game. It's thinking about that game, especially how they lost that game with him not even getting a chance to touch the rock at the end because Bengals played it smart, didn't give him a chance. I think the Bengals are actually playing with house money because obviously no one expected them to be here. Now, I know they're not thinking like that. They want to obviously win it all. But I think their storybook ending, it comes to an end this weekend. Arrowhead Stadium is just a tough place to play, period, but especially in the playoffs. Against Pat Mahomes, again, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, that offense is crazy. Defense is playing better. I do expect Joe Burrow to score some points. It won't be a complete blowout, but I got the Chiefs winning by 10.
It's been a good ride, Bengals. I've actually enjoyed watching the city turn up for you. Y'all can already tell which way I'm going. I'm picking the Chiefs. I hope I'm wrong. I want y'all to come back and be like, boy, you was wrong next week. But it's hard to beat a team twice. It's hard to beat Mahomes twice. You know what I'm saying? And that's when a lot of people was telling me, like, you got to come back and see the Steelers. I'm like, I don't know if the Bengals want to see the Steelers 3 times. You know, it's because it's already hard to beat a team twice. And the hoop is hard. You know what I'm saying? You playing your rivals. The game is always tough because it's hard to beat a game. You know each other. And quite frankly, they kind of like, I don't think the Chiefs should have won that game, but they kind of gave it up. I think this time they just don't give it up, and they win by like 10 points. I pray I'm wrong. It's on you, Ryan.
Man, yeah, Pat Mahomes, he's seeking revenge, man. Looking for revenge. So
looking for revenge.
Yeah, looking for revenge. Also in 16, yeah, I'm going Chiefs, man. I think their offense is just going to be a little bit too powerful. Last time the Bengals defense held them to what? I think it was like in the 20s, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean it was high. It was high scoring. It was high scoring.
No, high scoring.
It was high. I mean, like upper 20s, but
yeah, I think they're gonna blow the lid off this game, man. I think the Chiefs are gonna win.
31.
Oh, it was pretty high scoring. That Chiefs defense is weak, man. But I after the Bengals let Joe get sacked 9 times, they're gonna have a hard time getting the run game going because the O-line is just so weak. Unless they switch up the offense drastically, which I don't think they're gonna really do too much of that. Like we talked about this on the show we shot too. They gotta do more of a like check down to Joe Mixon because he can't get the run game going because the O-line is just so weak. But I just don't see them winning, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong too. Hope we all wrong. Hope they come out and hope they win by 10. Hope the Bengals win by 10. But
Yeah,
I got the Chiefs winning by 14.
Then my thing is even with this last week, like you can't beat the Chiefs kicking field goals. And that's what the Bengals been known for. Like they get down to red zone and they're satisfied with 3. You ain't gonna beat the Chiefs doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got the Chiefs. They're gonna win by 13, 14 points.
But what obviously I'm picking Chiefs, but what will give me a slimmer hope for the Bengals, and we don't know his status as of yet, it's still uncertain. I think he'll play, but what we don't know yet is what Tyrann Mathieu is going to do. Because we seen what Josh Allen did to that secondary with no Tyrann Mathieu.
Ate him alive. And with this receiving core, it'll be ugly if Tyrann Mathieu ain't playing, man. I think he's in concussion protocol though, so he probably gonna play. He probably gonna play. Because I noticed these last 2 playoff weeks, everybody that got concussion the week before, they cleared concussion protocol and played next week. So I don't know if hopefully these people are healthy. These guys are healthy and they're actually healthy and clearing protocol. But everybody's being cleared, so I have a strong suspicion he's gonna be clear and play.
I think he'll play too. I do.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be the road ends for the Bengals, man. Unfortunately, but hopefully we wrong, man. Hopefully,
Hopefully them boys in the bowl.
Yeah, if the Bengals do win, they're gonna win by 6. Calling it.
Okay.
They're gonna lose though. If they do win, they're gonna win by 6.
Nah, the Bengals win. They win on a walk-off field goal. Pat Mahomes ain't getting no shot.
Nah, he's gonna have a shot.
It has to. Like if Pat Mahomes got a shot, like it's going to be some sort of walk-off win for the Bengals.
They're gonna be out by 6. But Pat Mahomes got a ball in his hands, coming down to score a touchdown. Defense gonna hold him off somehow. We're gonna be like, what the hell? The defense held him off. What? I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't think that.
That's why I don't think I win.
I don't think that.
Hey, gotta get some false hope.
You got a dream.
False hope,
Yeah.
I wonder how many Bengals fans actually gonna go to Kansas City.
Good luck getting in.
It's gonna be a whole jungle down there.
Good luck getting in.
I mean, but I know y'all seen it too. We seen Bengals fans, like people who don't even watch football, saying I'm going to the game.
Yeah, why not? Put the jersey on. They need the support.
Why not, man? Why not? Hey, we live in the city, might as well support shit.
RP Kobe, RP GG, RP all the other beautiful souls that was lost on that helicopter.
Miss you, Bean.
Crazy.
I got one more thing before we wrap up. Just when y'all think of the new All-Star weekend for the Rising Stars game. They changed the format this year. So this is verbatim from the NBA. This is what I'm reading off their Twitter page. So the Rising Stars, sponsored by Clorox, four 7-player teams will compete in a mini tournament consisting of 3 games. Each game will be played to a final target score. Pool of 28 players, 12 NBA rookies, 12 sophomores, and 4 top young players from the NBA G League Ignite. NBA players will be selected by assistant head coaches. Ignite players will be selected by G League head coaches. Teams will be coached by members of the All-NBA 75 anniversary team. Coaches will select their roster. They say coaches will select their team rosters and the Rising Stars. Okay, it'll be a draft. Each team will have 1 Ignite player. Bracket team A versus team B, and team C versus team D. Obviously, 2 winning teams will meet in the final game. The competition will consist to a race of 75 points in honor of the 75th anniversary. Semi-final games will be played to a final target of 50, and the final game will be played to a final target score of 25. So does that make y'all more intrigued to watch the Rising Stars, which is obviously I'll say the lowest out of all the 3 nights. It's the lowest viewed.
No.
Now, I'll say this, T. This is the second time that you read some stuff off. So we talked about this a little bit off air before we hopped on air. The second time I heard it, I'm actually a little bit more intrigued than the first time. When you first told me, I was like, it's stupid. You said everything. I was like, all right, not too bad. And the second time, I didn't hear you say the Ignite. It was going to be the 10th. I thought you said the G League. So with the Ignite, I'm actually intrigued to see some of those guys because those are the players that skipped college and went to the G League instead. Where most of those guys are probably one of the two, or probably one of the four, 2 to 4 pick probably going to be some of those guys that skipped college. So I want to see how those guys perform against NBA players. That'd be pretty interesting to see. Other than that, though,
I'll check it out because it's just something new. So I mean, and then I'll judge if I'm fan for it. But it's something new, so I'll turn it on, see if I like it, and then if I do, I'll keep watching. If I don't, I'll go do something else.
I think it'll be entertaining for sure, man. And I think it'll be more entertaining though if they did this with like the All-Star game and it'd be players that people actually know, like more superstars. You know, I mean, people know these young guys too, but they had like 4 captains. I think that'd be pretty dope. You pick 4 captains instead of doing 2, have 4 teams. They're pretty dope.
All right. Well, that'll take place February 18th up in Cleveland, Ohio. Once again, reiterate what Josh just said, man. RIP Kobe, RIP GG, RIP to everyone who lost their lives on that tragic day. And man, it's been Down to the Wire 513, episode 217. Make sure I give us a follow on everything Down to the Wire 513. Just Google us, the easiest way to find us.
Know what it is.
Stay safe, stay masked up, wash your
All
hands.
day. Wash your
Know what's coming. Know what's coming.
So for my brothers, Randall Palmer, Josh Evans, Taryn Blend, this has been Down to the Wire 513. We'll catch y'all next week. We out.
Peace.